Hey everybody, welcome to Visual Communication Media. My name is Adam Rozeski. It's a pleasure to see each and every one of you. Welcome to week 5. We're at the end. Actually, we only got about a week and a half left. So we'll actually have lecture for week 6 on Sunday this week. So keep that in mind. Other than that, I'll keep you an update with everything's going on and stuff. I'll try and get through y'all's grades by Wednesday. That's my plan. Make sure everything's good to go. And then we'll go from there. Other than that, let's get to it. This week, we're going to be focusing on the 4th communication response type for visuals, which is persuasive communication tied with emotional responses. So that's how it focuses on. So we're going to deal with a lot of visuals that trigger emotions. Some of these might be disturbing, but let me know if we ever get in the case in lecture, but it's okay. We're going to talk a lot about how visuals are manipulated to persuade people in a lot of different ways and how they're kind of tied to it. That's the focus. And, you know, with persuasion, the real main goal of it is to convince and deter someone or some group to a certain choice. And we're going to see how persuasive communication ties into emotional responses. Because a lot of times when we're dealing with emotion, we're using persuasion a lot. A lot of it's tied to about 80%. The rest of it is tied to cognitive memories and perception in a lot of different ways. So persuasive elements with emotional really matters a lot. And there's a lot of different people that use this. Politicians, businesses, doctors, lawyers, teachers. Anyone that is trying to convince you of something or to do something or to join anything uses persuasion in a lot of different elements. Now, we're going to cover a lot of different concepts this week. We'll talk about persuasive communication as a whole. We'll talk about emotional triggers, social media in its persuasion fully, and visual techniques and how they matter in deep ways and not. Other than that, that's all I got for this week. So we'll have lectures normal. This is the last one we're going to have on Monday. We won't have one next week because I don't think that's fair for y'all to get a lecture a day before class ends. That's not fair. So you'll have it Sunday morning, so at least you have at least 3 days with it. So that works perfectly. Do keep in mind that both your reply posts and your initial post next week are due on Tuesday because Tuesday's the last day of class. And then, adding on to that, and then everything else should be normal this week, so for turn-ins. But just keep in mind next week, everything's due on Tuesday next week. So, and I'll give you a easy assignment and some other things. You got enough classes to worry about in the other half, but I'll try and be a little bit easier with some of the stuff next week to go with that. Other than that, that's all I got. So we'll cover these elements of emotional triggers, social media persuasion, persuasive communication, as well as visual techniques tonight during lecture, and that's all I got. So and we'll get you a heads up on all the assignments. I'll make sure you know what you're doing. And be safe, have fun, enjoy. I hope to see everybody for lecture tonight, as always, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all actually showing up, so that helps me out. I don't feel lonely. Other than that, thanks for being amazing. All right, everybody, take it easy. See y'all later. Bye-bye.